Come with me to paradise. Welcome to my paradise. I welcome all of you. What's going on, YouTube world and Pamper Gang members? It's the boy with the Pampers and the Toys, Al, recording from his own paradise. And please, make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please, make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. Hit the notification bell for uploads of new videos. Videos is coming, reviews is coming. I'm going to bring it to you. Bam! Just like Street Fighter. Kick! And also check out my Instagram and my Twitter accounts. The boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Same name. Same stuff. Don't have to go into details. So one thing about my channel is that, yeah, I know I'm a little behind. I said I won't say it again, but it's a habit. I talk about stuff from the past as well too, like figures that I discovered and I never really, never had in my possession within them years. So I'm going to talk about them. So today we're going to go back from a blast to the past of Marvel Legends, and today we're going to be talking about the one and only Cloak and Miss Dagger. Now, what's so crazy is that Marvel made some great TV shows in the late millennium. Like, I love The Gift. I don't know if y'all remember The Gift. That was a really good TV show where all the mutants, the two well-known mutants I know they had was Polaris and Brinks. I think that's what her name is. Brinks, the one that teleports. Like, she's like the female Nightcrawler almost. So with Cloak and Dagger, there was a series, a short-lived series, I think. What was his name? I can't remember, but I'm not gonna go in details about. I'm not gonna go in deep thought about their names, the actors, the actresses. There was a short-lived season of Cloak and Dagger, and I remember watching it online for free when I had an Android. There was an app I had where I could watch stuff for free. I ain't had to wait. Come on now. Androids, you can do a lot of things, but iPhones you can't. So, Cloak and Dagger is based on basically Tyrone Johnson and Tammy Bowen. They both, now I remember the comic books. I read the comic books in the past. I love the comic books. They came out around the time of the drug epidemic. We know who put that out. Basically came out in the 80s. So these characters both had trauma in their lives. Tammy came from a rich family of no love, no empathy, but hey, get your car. That's what I can remember the comic books. And then Tyrone Johnson, he came kind of from the lower class. I don't know, I ain't gonna call it lower class, I apologize, that's not right. But he come from a less fortunate family than Tammy Bowen. So I know in the comic books they got kidnapped, they got drugged with some serum. I believe there was already mutants before. So that serum basically awakened their powers. And so with that being said, they both, Cloak, his powers is basically where he's really, it's not that he's not a real person, he doesn't have a body. His body is a portal. So when you swing on him, you're just gonna hit the air, and he can teleport anybody anywhere. Tammy, aka Dagger, her powers is these daggers of light. So there's dark versus light. Not saying he's evil, but when their powers combine, it makes them very super strong. And their show kind of remind me of The Gift, because The Gift, the mutants they can like combine their powers. It was a short-lived show too. I wish I could find it on DVD. But anywho, enough about story time. Cloak and Dagger, basically a short-lived TV show, as well as they was foes. I think they were like foes of Spider-Man, and he ended up turning them good or something. So the show was canceled due to some changes in the Marvel Network and behind the scenes allegedly, but who knows? I thought it was a good TV show. I was looking forward to season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, but we only got 2. So what makes me want to talk about these figures that I already had Cloak. He's for the wall, so I got him loosely. Yeah. So with that being said, I finally got her years later. I forgot all about them, and I was like, let me go ahead and go online and see can I find this figure for cheap. And I found her for cheap. Well, not really cheap, because I got him at Ollie's a while back, and they didn't have no more of her at Ollie's. So, you know, once they go to Ollie's and Ross, and they ain't got no more, they ain't got no more. Next. So, let's talk about them today. As you can see, they got Tammy. They talked about her. Tandy Bowen channels her unravel possession of light force into signature light dagger weapons, earning herself the name Dagger. And then when you look in the front of her, that's her. But I'm sorry for my light being in the way, but here we go. Honestly, to be honest with you, I know it's kind of late, 5 years later, to talk about this figure. She's been reused before. Her face in this body is basically the average Marvel Legends female body. And as you can see, the female wielding hands, you know, that was a start of it. Well, it wasn't a start of it, but it's been like that for a minute. Okay, so this face sculpt has been used. I got one character that has the same exact face sculpt, and that's a Sharon Carter figure. And I'm gonna compare and contrast them both. Now, like I said, the hair sculpt seems like I have never saw this hair sculpt before, but it's amazing hair sculpt. And like I said before, the face, I'm not even gonna comment on the face because we already know what it is. Now, Tammy Bowen, aka Dagger, she was very more voluptuous, and her outfit was very kind of provocative. So Marvel Legends, aka Hasbro, really, this is like PG, her outfit is. So I guess, like I said before in other videos, when it comes to female characters, figures, when it comes to the Me Too movement and, you know, all kind of things that happen in the industry, they kind of toned down on the figures. I know back in the day, in the 90s and the early 2000s, the female figures was very provocative looking. And I'm not saying that as an obsession of I want them to still be like that, but if you're going to stay true to the character, stay true to the character. It's just like Black Cat, Marvel Legends Black Cat. They toned down her outfit a whole lot too. You know, don't switch it up because that's how you lose people who want to read the comic books and everything. But enough about that. So, her head doesn't move or anything like that. We ain't expecting. Excuse my hands, y'all. They're a little crusty from getting out of the shower with no lotion on. And so, she can't. The reason I'm holding her because she can't stand up on her own. I can't even put her on one of these, like a WWE thing. Yo, I'm not gonna put my Marvel Legends figures on one of these, but unfortunately I can't. So, yep, reused body, you know, double jointed elbows, no pins in the elbows, but the legs, look, the knees are double jointed pins. I hate pins. I hate them. You can go ahead and say this can be the typical look of Tammy Bowen. Who's to say what Tammy Bowen looks like? Blonde hair, blue eyes, attractive woman, but they just got the body wrong, as well as the body wrong, and I don't know. We can't say what she looked like. She could look like anything because she didn't change her. They done changed her look so many times in the comic books. And let me compare and contrast her real quick because there's really not much to say about this figure, but I see why they took this figure out of the Walmart and Target stores when it was there and shipped it over real quick to Ross and Ollie's, because like I said, I saw two when I worked at Ollie's before, so when I was working there, I tried to get two of them, but I tried to get the last two they had, but somebody purchased them and they never got any more in stock. But I got two cloaks actually. So let me compare and contrast her to another figure. So as you can see, the faces are pretty much the same to a degree. The only difference is the eyes are a little bit larger on Sharon Carter. The body's the same. They both are the same. I do like this head sculpt from Sharon Carter. It's just the different skin tones are pretty different. And who's Moonstar? They reused Moonstar's body. They used the body. I guess this. I believe Moonstar looked like that before Tammy Bowen, well, aka Dagger. I don't have her action figure. I want to wait to do this review until I get her action figures. I compare and contrast, but I just was like, let me go ahead and get this, I say interview, like I'm interviewing somebody for a job. I wanted to get this review out the way. So when you look at both of them, not because they both have blonde hair, but it's really the same face sculpt. It's just different skin tones, and they kind of made Sharon's eyes a little bit wider. They painted over Tammy's eyes, so typically, and then both of them can't stand worth saving their lives. Look. So this figure right here, even though it's an old school figure, I give it a 7 out of a 10. I'm not gonna say it's horrible. The head sculpt's amazing. You could put the head sculpt as like on a civilian body and just take that white dagger light off her eye, the tattoo. But other than that, it is what it is. So moving on. By the way, I almost forgot. This was a Build-A-Figure set of what is this Build-A-Figure of? Some type of Spider-Man SPDR, something like that, to that degree. That's what you can build, but I'm not looking forward to building it now. I do want that Dr. Ock, and I want that Elektra, and I want that Spider-Man and Daredevil. So I'm gonna go online and look for them. So that's the Build-A-Figure set. We got Mr. Cloak here. There was really nothing special about neither one of these figures, and I'm not slaughtering them because they're older figures. But Cloak, like I said, his powers, he was just a portal. He was almost like Nightcrawler. The only physicality he had was grabbing somebody and taking you to, hey, if you want to take somebody that was attacking a woman, taking her purse, he can have them on top of a roof in New York and make them fall off. That's his special abilities. This figure right here, there was the face sculpt was kind of amazing, but they made him older. Really, Cloak and Dagger in the comic book were teenagers, even on the TV show they were teenagers. And they did them, and when they had them on the Spider-Man cartoon years ago, they were teenagers, so they made them into both adults. So he has an average male body. You see, you can take that hood part off of him right here. So this is just your average Marvel Legends male body. But if you really wanted to, you could buy a whole bunch of these. I wish I would have bought. When I remember we got these in a shipment at Ollie's back then, we had probably 20 cloaks and 20 daggers. And me at the time, I was not good with my money. I used to just spend money on food. And so you can build like a Black Panther, build an army figure set if you wanted to, or just make your own army. Because when you look at this is the same mold they used for Black Panther. And I'm going to show you one moment. When you look at these figures, Marvel's Fang to your right and T'Challa, Black Panther to your left, it's the same body mold. Only they just put the designs and paint over the body. And this is like, it just lets you know that Cloak and Dagger, they were a quick thing. I guess when these figures came out around the time the 2-season TV show came out, and they just put something together, just like a pack of Roman noodles, spiced it up, and sent it out there without no type of flavor. I'm talking about the figures. So this ain't nothing but a repaint of these bodies right here, and they all the same size, same height, everything. And, so just showing you that. We just talked about Dr. Doom. Well, Dr. Doom, you doomed for falling, sir. Dr. Doom on another video earlier last week. And basically they made the head sculpt just alike. And what I mean by that, I talked about Dr. Doom's head sculpt. It's the same on basically Cloak. You take it off. There's the big ball joint. So that's just a generic body if you want to build an army. The Cloak, the little hood on top of his head is like glued to the top of his head, so you can't take it off unless you peel it off or something like that. So same as with Doctor Doom, but Doctor Doom has an arm and body. So I'm gonna put that back on. So really, these figures are like, I hate to say it, and you know, I love the TV show and the comic books. They're just Dollar Tree toys, but they're good to have to your collection because at least you want to have these superheroes in your possession. Definitely. Overall, I give, you see, I'm propping her up against him. Thank goodness he's a man and she's a woman, and he's heavier than her, so he can hold the fork down. I give both of these figures. I gave her a 7, and I'm giving him. Oh well, a 6.9 out of a 10, because these are just recycled figures from parts from older figures and everything, and they still reuse these parts to this day. So, you know, just there's Cloak and Dagger, everybody. Long live the TV show. And there was one more thing I almost forgot. That's how much I guess I really cared for these figures. Tammy, I keep calling her Tammy because I got family members named Tammy. Dagger, she has these daggers right here you can clip onto her sides. That's just her accessories, because neither one of them came with accessories. So you could either put it on this side or that side. It really don't really matter. And like I said, I found this on the Macari app. I think I paid about $10 for her, maybe 15, something like that. But you know, just showing everybody. So there you have it, Cloak and Dagger, everybody. Remember, if you can watch the series for free on YouTube, the 2 seasons are really worth watching. I promise you, you're missing out on a good series that they cancel for no apparent reason. I think if they had the right producers and writers and support, you gotta have support when it comes to things. But I get it, money ties into a lot of things and sacrifices. Alright, so I would like to thank all my friends for subscribing to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please, all make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please, all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. Also, hit the notification bell so when I do upload new content. New content is on its way, everybody, I promise. Slacked a little bit last week, but work sometimes gets me. And, you know, follow my Instagram and my Twitter accounts, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys also. Uploads frequently. And where is my girls at? I had, well, maybe next time around. Have a good day, everybody. Now it's time to say bye-bye for the next episode. Time to say bye-bye.